first got into solar, I said, I can make six figures with no team, no titles, no organization, no drama.
You can turn around and not even worry about having a sale, but if you build a network and they're paying you $600 to $2,000 per deal that you override on, why not just go out there and build something big?
Ask yourself, what does the next 10 years look like for you, right? Look at all the uncertainty in the world today. Yeah, BYLD is very unique because BYLD a platform of some great millionaire mindsets that said, hey, we could take a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, put it together and make something magical happen.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm sitting here with Jabari Sadler out of Atlanta, Georgia, AKA the six-figure dollar man. And I say that because dude knocked out six figures in the month of April as a mentor for the company. How you doing today?
Man, I'm extremely blessed and highly favored, bro. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. Happy to be sitting here with you, man. A lot of people in the company use you. You're very, very talented. You've been in the industry of solar for some time. So how long have you been in solar?
So it's actually an interesting story. So my background is actually engineering. So I went to college back in 98 to 02 and I studied mechanical engineering at FAMU down in Tallahassee, Florida. And when I came out of school in 02, I started working directly in energy company. And so back then we had a lot of emphasis on heating and air conditioning, as well as lighting, as well as security, water, all the things in a building that uses the most amount of energy. And so the company I worked for right out of college was called Johnson Controls. They built the very first thermostat back in the 1800s.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
So if you think about it, in the late 1800s, you didn't have a way to control heating and cooling. It was just either on or off. And so there was actually a professor named Warren Johnson who started Johnson Controls, and he was teaching in his classrooms, and this is Milwaukee where it's very cold, and the students would complain that it's cold, right? And he would have to stop teaching, go run down to the boiler room, fire up the boiler, run back to his classroom, and then 10 minutes later, what are they going to complain about? It's too hot. Right? So then he's got to go stop teaching, run back down, turn off. So he realized that, okay, we need a way to be able to regulate temperature without me having to go run back and forth. And that was discovered back in the late 1800s. And so over the last couple hundred years, the company evolved to not just heating and cooling, but also all the low voltage systems in a building can be controlled by computers. And so we were doing solar, we were doing water controls, we were doing a lot of different things to make a building use less power. And so after 15, 20 years of working in corporate America, I decided I wanted to be my own boss. Corporate America wasn't for me. I always loved network marketing. My dad was in network marketing back when I was in high school. And you know, we didn't have babysitters, so he would bring me to the meetings and I would hear all this stuff. And it stuck. It stuck with me. And I always had a side hustle alongside my corporate job. And so fast forward to 2019 and the pandemic is getting ready to happen. 2020, I started following JC on YouTube. I saw what he was doing with Power, previous company. I joined Power, had some amazing success learning the residential solar side of the business, and you know, made this transition over to where we are today, and it's been a fun ride.
Now, you know what? It's crazy, you know, thinking that you went to Spring U, we call it Spring Break U rather, and you actually learned some things. That's a good thing, because most people don't when they come out of that that area. That reason it's a lot of partying going on.
A lot of partying.
And then you got a foundation of network marketing. You got it honest, which is fantastic. And then you answered one of my other questions was, what was you doing before BYLD? And then, so what drew you? I know you said JC and Power was, you know, the company that you did with JC, but what is it about solar, you know, that gets you excited? What is it about solar? So, you know what, I want to plant my flag in solar.
Yeah, that's a good question, and that's a good way to put it too. After seeing all the different technology evolve over the years, the reason why I'm so passionate about solar energy is because it's something that sells itself. right? I've sold a lot of things in my career, and some things are difficult to sell because maybe it's too technical. Maybe, most people just don't care about those type of technical details. But with solar, when you think about someone's cost of living, right, which now, that's on the rise, right? We've got a serious recession going on. People are check to check. So when you think about, you're telling a homeowner, hey, look, this cost, which we really don't think about the cost of ownership. We really kind of just focus on what's the cost of the house when you buy it, right? But we're not thinking about what is the maintenance cost, what is the, how much is the air conditioner going to cost to replace and all that stuff, right? And those costs can sometimes be more than the cost of the house, the roof and things like that. So I think what I love about solar is that you don't have to understand it. It comes down to just, you're going to have a bill for the rest of your life if you don't go solar. And this allows you to just have immediate savings and raise your home's property value. And we're also seeing this transition happen with electrification of the home. Many of us still have gas in our home. My home still has gas, right? But
so does mine.
Right. But in places, not just in California where we are today, but in Maryland, which is kind of my home state, the governor just 2 months ago said no more gas furnaces in homes.
Oh, wow.
So it's outlawed. So any new house coming out of the ground in Maryland won't have gas. It's 100% electric.
Just like a house can't be built here in California.
Just like in California, you got to have solar.
Gotcha.
And we're on the West Coast. So, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to realize that this evolution is happening with or without us. And the quicker we jump on board and prepare ourselves, the better all of our lives are going to be. And we can save a lot of money.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and I just learned something new today. I appreciate that. And I hope y'all paying attention, but you've had, some success here in the company, like 28 deals in a month as a mentor. And, when you look at building a network, because you touched on that, mentor versus network or both, what's your take? Give me what Jabari wants to do.
Yeah, I enjoy both. I enjoy both. Initially, when I first got into this industry, I said, wait a second, I can make 6 figures by myself with no team, right? Because many of us have gotten burned by, past teams, past companies, past experience. Some of us still got PTSD from some of that, some of that pain, right? Because we built something for so many years, and to watch something fall or watch something happen is hard. It hurts, that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something and to watch it fail. And so when I first got into solar, I said, I can make 6 figures with no team, no titles, no organization, no drama. And even if nobody wants to do what I'm doing, that's cool with me, right? I can just kind of do my own thing. But what I started noticing, and I'm talking in the first couple of months, is that organically I was recruiting. Even though I wasn't using the word recruiting, it was like, hey, y'all, this is what I'm doing. And people were like, I want to do that too. You said, how much? 7 to 10K per deal? Sign me up. And so for the first time in my career, in my network marketing career, I'm recruiting by default, organically, without, intentionally saying, hey, I'm going to go recruit these people. So now my mindset has shifted to, okay, I'm 44 years old now. Do I want to just be selling every month? Because you're only as good as your last sale. Right. What have you done for me lately? That's great that you sold, Jabari, you did 28 deals in April, but what about October? What about November? So, you can see that over time, you're going to slow down with how much you can produce, because the body can only do so much. I need a break. I have to take time to reset, right? And so when
basically having to turn some deals away, because
and so, and that's a good problem to have. However, when you're thinking long term, what do I want from my kids? What do I want from my family? Do I want to be able to take a vacation? The ability to have leveraged income and have residual income incorporated into this high ticket sales, man, it's the best of both worlds.
Think about it for a second. The vacation thing. If it's just you're stacking money, because you're doing how many deals on average per month?
Today, I'd probably say about 15 per month now.
So 15 per month, is a super solid number. you basically at 6 figures again. You know, just right around the corner from it. So, but like you said, you stop taking vacation. Now you're living off the savings.
Bingo.
With a network, you stop taking vacation. You're living off the network.
There you go.
So that's the beautiful thing about it. And that's one of the things that when I saw this thing, and as you hear on every conversation I have when I'm talking to people about the concept, first thing I say out the door is you can make a 6-figure, annual income on a part-time basis while recruiting one person. And that's what, for me, attracted me to, for the masses, because I'm a masses type guy. I build networks. And so when I saw that you can turn around and not even worry about having a sale, but if you build a network and they're paying you $600 to $2,000 per deal that you override on, why not just go out there and build something big? And so that's great, because again, like you said, nice 6-figure, just about per month income, but that leverage is where you create the wealth, that long-term, money that keeps on coming back.
Yes, sir.
So, when you look at BYLD, what's special about BYLD versus other platforms that are out there?
Yeah, BYLD is very unique because BYLD is a platform of some great millionaire mindsets that said, hey, we could take a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, put it together and make something magical happen. And I love that, because the other side of what I like to help people, and when you think of sales, I was just having this conversation with somebody on Facebook yesterday. When I think of sales, I don't think of it as work. I think of it as sharing information with people. And so if you're sharing information about something you're passionate about, is it really selling?
Right.
It's really not.
It's not.
Right? And so you're just sharing information and you're just exposing people. So water filtration is another big passion for me. And
I heard.
You see what I'm saying? And so I don't want to have to be doing multiple different companies and multiple different businesses. That's going to confuse everybody and confuse me too. And it's too much to try to keep track of. So the fact that BYLD said, wait a second, there's a market for water filtration. And I didn't bring it up to them. I didn't say, hey, we should go add another vertical market. The owners of BYLD said, there's an opportunity here that we can leverage not only renewable energy, but we can help keep people healthier and safer. There's all type of different contaminants and chemicals that are in the water, especially even bottled water. A lot of us just assume, you could just buy bottled water, but there's way more contaminants in the bottled water. With the plastics and everything.
You might as well drink it out the faucet.
Exactly. So you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So to have an opportunity to not only help a homeowner with their energy costs, but to also help them to be healthy, the whole family, that's a big, big deal.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, to touch on that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, when I first saw the vision of BYLD, lost it. I'm like, these guys, have their hands on something special. As a matter of fact, to the point to where I came out of retirement to do this.
Right.
And my wife didn't want to have anything to do with it because it was solar. Couldn't wrap her mind around it. And when she heard that we were partnering with the company we are partnering with, she's like, yeah, I want to do that. And to the point to where now she's the director of operations for, our Rain H2O project. But that's the cool thing about it. We have something for everybody. Like my wife, I'm like, she's finna sit on the sideline and support me. Now she's on the front line, helping us build our legacy, and so that right there is big. Now, talking about my wife and business with me, what are the benefits of having your wife in business with you?
Yeah, so it's definitely a team sport, right? None of us can do any of this by ourselves, right? And so, especially if you have a family, right? Because we know kids require a lot. And the only way I can be here and being able to fly out and do things that I got to do to help build the business and build the team and build the company, somebody's got to be there holding down the fort at home and taking care of the kids and taking care of things that need to get done. So partnerships are huge in this business because if we all got the same end in mind, right, then we can build together.
That's good.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? You got people out here in this audience that are watching us, and people who are trying to make a decision on what they want to do. If they're looking at BYLD, give us a parting shot. What would you have to say to our audience that's watching us right now?
I would say, ask yourself, what does the next 10 years look like for you? Right? Look at all the uncertainty in the world today. Look at what's happening with the economy. We got elections going on. We got a lot of different things that are happening at once. And so when you think about what you want for your family, what you want for yourself, when you think about what does retirement look like for you, when you think about what does wealth look like for you, if it's not providing you an opportunity like what BYLD is providing, where we don't have competition, right? Our pricing, our place in the marketplace is superior than everyone else. We're at a place where we're unbreakable, you know, and there's other industries out there where you can do a lot of different things that are a little bit more volatile.
Right.
Whereas this industry is stable because today people are not buying homes, right? Real estate is down. People are like, hey, I don't want to, you know, make a move because I don't know what's happening. It's too uncertain what's happening in the marketplace. So people are tending to stay in their homes longer, which means if you're a real estate agent, right, you need to leverage other streams of income because you're not going to sell as many houses.
Right.
So with BYLD, people are reinvesting in their homes. They're staying in their homes longer. They need blackout protection because how many more hurricanes are we going to experience?
A lot.
Right?
Yeah.
And everybody I talk to now is like, oh yeah, now all of a sudden, you know, 2 years ago, you didn't want to talk about solar, but now you're on my line because you're like, tell me about those batteries, right? So it's a sign of the times that we're in the right place at the right time. People need clean water. They need clean air. They need clean homes. They need their homes to be protected. And so we have an opportunity to help every aspect of what people are dealing with today. Crime is on the rise. So whether I get you on the water, whether I get you on cutting your electric bill or having blackout protection or just having safety, peace of mind that you can sleep at night, not wondering if somebody's breaking into your house, right? These are real life scenarios and we have a solution for everybody.
So y'all heard it here. Jabari just said we have more options for people who want careers than the U.S. economy. So we're going to wrap it there. But Jabari, I appreciate you coming out, man. And thank you for the words you had for the audience today. And I'm quite sure somebody got impacted. So
Absolutely.
You heard it here, guys. It's time to build.
We'll see y'all at the top.
Yes, sir.